Real Madrid have a Barcelona problem. Why? Because FC Barcelona under Hansi Flick are the best team in the world right now. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. 9 consecutive wins. And pay close attention to this detail. In those 9 matches, Flick's Barca have scored 26 goals and conceded only 6. That turnaround is mainly down to Hansi Flick, who completely flipped a season that started in a very unstable way due to injuries to key players. And on top of that, Barcelona have the best squad in world football. Don't believe me? Just look at these names. Joan Garcia, Pau Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, Eric Garcia, Pedri, Fermín López, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Robert Lewandowski, and Rooney Bargi. These players look better every single match, but here is the real reason Xabi Alonso and Real Madrid should be genuinely worried. Every time these Barcelona players see the white shirt in front of them, they raise their level. They deliver their best version, and the worst possible timing for Madrid, Flick's team are arriving in their best form of the season. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. Hansi Flick has become Real Madrid's executioner. Since arriving at FC Barcelona, Flick has beaten Real Madrid 4 times and lost only once, scoring 17 goals and conceding 9. The 2024 to 2025 season will be remembered for Barcelona's absolute dominance over Real Madrid. The 2 Spanish giants faced each other 4 times, and on every single occasion, the Catalans came out on top. Flick's Barca won the Spanish Super Cup final 5-2, the Copa del Rey final 3-2, and also claimed 2 La Liga victories, a ruthless 4-0 at the Santiago Bernabéu and a dramatic 4-3 at the Estadio Olímpic Luis Companys. Across those matches, Barcelona scored 16 goals to Madrid's 7, making their control of the Clásicos crystal clear and confirming their superiority throughout the entire season. The first blow landed on the 26th of October 2024. Robert Lewandowski scored twice in just 2 minutes. Lamine Yamal added the third, announcing his name to the Bernabeu. And Rafinha finished the job with a cheeky chip, teaching Kylian Mbappé a lesson in style. The second blow came in January, when Barcelona won 5-2 in the Super Cup final played in Jeddah. Goals from Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Alejandro Balde completed a comeback. After an early Mbappé goal and delivered the first trophy of the year right in Madrid's face. In April 2025, Flick's team struck again, this time in Seville in the Copa del Rey final. A 3-2 win after extra time, with a stunning goal from Pedri. A ruthless finish from Ferran Torres. And an iconic long-range winner from Jules Koundé. Sealed Barcelona's second title of the season. The most symbolic victory arrived on the 11th of May. Barcelona beat Real Madrid 4-3 in yet another Flick comeback. Barca were 2-0 down after 15 minutes, but Eric Garcia ignited the fight back. Lamine Yamal levelled the match with a spectacular goal. And Rafinha hammered the final 2 nails into Madrid's coffin. That win practically secured the La Liga title. Barcelona did not just win the 3 biggest trophies in Spanish football, they won them by beating their greatest rival head-to-head. A historic season for the Blaugrana, and one to forget in Chamartín. There is a hard truth for Real Madrid fans to swallow. That 2-1 win at the Bernabeu against Barcelona was the worst thing that could have happened to the merengue side, and the best thing that could have happened to FC Barcelona. From that moment on, everything changed. 14 matches later, Barcelona have lost just once against Chelsea. They drew with Club Brugge in the Champions League. And in La Liga they have done nothing but win. The result? Barcelona are back on top of La Liga, now holding a 4-point lead over Real Madrid. This Barca is pure cinema. Hansi Flick has turned Barcelona into a goal-scoring machine. Since he took over, the Catalans have scored 5 or more goals in 15 different matches, cementing their status as one of the most devastating attacks in Europe. In total, Barca have found the net 248 times in just 87 games under the German coach, averaging almost 3 goals per match. This is relentless, high-voltage football built on pace, pressure, and fearless attacking movement. Every match feels like an event. Goals come from everywhere, not just from the forwards, and opponents simply struggle to keep up. Across all competitions this season, the Blaugrana have scored 74 goals, only 4 fewer than last season's 78, while still averaging 3 goals per game. In La Liga alone, Flick's second season Barca have already scored 53 goals in 19 match days, more than they managed at the same stage last year. In the Champions League, the numbers are lower, 14 goals in 6 matches, plus 2 in the Copa del Rey, and a 5-goal performance in the Supercopa. Last season's numbers tell a different story. Barca scored 51 goals in La Liga, 21 in the Champions League, 4 in the Copa del Rey, and 2 more in the Supercopa semi-final against Athletic Club. But there are 2 fundamental differences between that team and this one. The first is simple. Everyone scores. This Barcelona side spreads the danger across the entire squad. The depth of the squad allows Flick to hurt opponents in more ways, especially with the arrivals of Marcus Rashford and Rooney Bargi adding new attacking routes. And the second difference might be even more important. This Barca are not just a goal machine. Flick is finally finding balance. Barcelona have conceded 0 goals in their last 5 games. This level of solidity simply did not exist in Flick's Barca last season. Back then, they would score plenty, but you could hurt them. This Barcelona doesn't let you do that anymore. Don't believe me? Take a look at this. In La Liga, Barcelona's numbers are simply ridiculous. They have scored in 39 games in a row and produced the 3rd best first half of a season of the last decade. Only Ernesto Valverde's Barcelona in 2017-2018. And Xavi Hernandez's team in 2022-2023 had better starts. On top of that, Barca have collected 11 more points than last season. In other words, Hansi Flick has improved the numbers of the team that won La Liga in 2024-2025. After 19 matches, the record is brutal. 16 wins, 1 draw, and only 2 defeats. At home, it is perfect 9 wins from 9 games. No other team in Europe's top 5 leagues can say that right now. As a result, Flick is averaging 2.57 points per game, a figure that even beats what Luis Enrique achieved in the same period. What makes this even more impressive is that Flick has done all this without his biggest stars for large parts of the season. The injury list has included Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, Fermin Lopez, Rafinha, Dani Olmo, Robert Lewandowski, Christensen, Joan Garcia, Balde, Frenkie de Jong, and Pedri. On top of that, Ronald Araujo suffered a clear emotional dip after the game against Chelsea, and Gavi is still unavailable. The term relentless dominance is the most accurate way to describe FC Barcelona. The truly shocking part is that they failed to score in only 3 games. Even more impressive, after the 3-0 defeat against Chelsea, Flick came out and promised the fans a better Barcelona.
No, we have 3 matches, the 3 games, 9 points to win, and I'm really looking positive and think positive about this. We can achieve this.
What happened next was frightening. Barcelona played 9 matches, won all 9, scored 26 goals, created 37 big chances, destroyed Athletic Bilbao. and Betis. With 5 goals each, beat Atletico Madrid 3-1. Climbed to the top of the league table and reached the Super Cup final. And to make it even scarier, this Barcelona is not carried by 1 or 2 stars, like Real Madrid, but by collective power. This season, 9 different players have more than 5 goal contributions. Lamine Yamal with 20, Fermin Lopez with 16, Ferran Torres with 15, Marcus Rashford with 15, Rafinha with 13, Robert Lewandowski with 10, Pedri with 8, Dani Olmo with 7, and Rooney Bargi with 6. This is not just a great team, this is a machine. Now we need to understand what this Supercopa final really means. Real Madrid and FC Barcelona face each other once again in the Spanish Super Cup. Historically, Madrid dominated this competition in finals against Barca. From 1988 to 2022, they met 7 times in Super Cup finals, with Real Madrid winning 6 titles and Barcelona only 1. But that gap has clearly started to close because Barca have now won 2 of the last 3 finals. In 2022 came Barcelona 3-1 Real Madrid, the first great title of Xavi Hernandez. After Messi's departure and years of disappointment, Barcelona beat Real Madrid in Riyadh. Carlo Ancelotti's Madrid arrived as favourites, but were completely outplayed. Goals from Gavi, Robert Lewandowski, and Pedri made it 3-0 before Karim Benzema scored late to soften the blow. In 2023, the story flipped with Real Madrid 4-1. Barcelona, the night of Vinicius Jr. The Brazilian destroyed Barca's defence, especially Ronald Araujo, who was eventually sent off. Vinicius scored a hat-trick. Rodrigo added another, and Lewandowski scored the only Barca goal. Then came 2024, Barcelona 5-2, Real Madrid, a demolition under Hansi Flick. As we mentioned earlier, this was one of those nights where the gap between the 2 teams was impossible to ignore. Barcelona were clearly superior from start to finish. And if it had not been for Szczęsny's red card, the scoreline could have been even more brutal. And if that night already felt terrifying for Real Madrid, today the distance looks even bigger. Just look at this. Joan Garcia is making serious noise this season, overtaking Real Madrid and their goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois in save percentage, a stat that perfectly captures his growing influence as Barcelona's new defensive pillar. Garcia is currently posting an outstanding 75% save rate, edging past Courtois' 71%, even though the Belgian is widely regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Joan delivered 6 crucial saves in Barcelona's 2-0 win over Espanyol, keeping a clean sheet and pushing his numbers even higher. The young keeper has quickly become a key figure for FC Barcelona, solidifying the defence and injecting confidence across the entire squad. Courtois remains elite, but Garcia's rise signals a clear shift in the La Liga goalkeeping hierarchy. In defence, Barcelona are just as terrifying. Gerard Martin is playing at an outrageous level. When we talk about tackles and interventions per 90 minutes, we are talking about a centre-back who throws himself into every duel, fights for every ball like his life depends on it, and gives absolutely nothing away. Gerard Martin leads La Liga in this metric, with more than 6.6 tackles and interceptions per match, while committing just 0.48 fouls per game, which is incredible because the more you tackle, the more fouls you usually give away. On top of that, he is also Barcelona's aerial duel leader, winning 84% of his aerial battles, ahead of Ronald Araujo with 75% and Pau Cubarsí with 73%. Next to him, Eric Garcia is having a season from another planet. As a centre-back, he leads all defenders in chances created, and XG build-up, is second in successful tackles, only behind Gerard Martin, and ranks 4th for long pass accuracy, with an impressive 71.4% completion rate. When used as a full-back, Eric becomes the best player in ball progression, regularly advancing the ball more than 10 metres through passes or carries. He is also among the league leaders in XG involvement, averaging 0.83 expected goals per match. He ranks 3rd in pass accuracy, 7th in recoveries, 5th in high recoveries, and 9th in defensive duels won, with an elite success rate of 81.7%. All of this makes him one of the most complete players in that role. As a defensive midfielder, Eric Garcia does not drop his level either. Defensively, he ranks third in duel success, with more than 5 successful duels per game, and 6th in interceptions at nearly 2 per 90 minutes. On the ball, his impact is just as strong. He is the second best player in La Liga for ball progression, only behind Pedri and just ahead of Frenkie de Jong. He also ranks 5th among midfielders in XG build-up and 9th for key passes from open play. As a result, the combination of this defensive unit and Joan Garcia in goal has produced elite outcomes. Barcelona have now recorded 5 consecutive clean sheets. Meanwhile, Real Madrid have conceded 5 goals in their last 5 matches, and if it were not for Courtois' miraculous saves, they would not even be in the Supercopa final today. In midfield, Barcelona are simply superior because of Pedri. Under Hansi Flick, the Spanish midfielder has taken his game to a completely new level, and not just because of his creativity or the quality of his passing. The biggest evolution is without the ball. In 2025, Pedri has become the most relentless ball winner in Europe's elite leagues. He leads the statistic for most possession recoveries by a midfielder across the 5 major European leagues in 2025. Across all competitions with FC Barcelona, Pedri recorded 346 possession recoveries during the year, more than any other midfielder in Europe. That number is higher than players like Vitinha, João Neves, and Jude Bellingham in the same period across all competitions with their respective teams. And as if that were not enough, Barcelona's high press becomes even more suffocating when Pedri is supported by the double pivot behind him, whether it is Eric Garcia or Frenkie de Jong, both of whom cover ground relentlessly and allow Barca to dominate space, tempo and second balls like no other team in La Liga. Now we have to talk about the attack. Yes, Kylian Mbappé is expected to play the Clásico with his 29 goals, but this match is not Mbappé versus Barcelona. This is Real Madrid versus FC Barcelona. And despite Mbappé's fantastic form, the real question is simple. After Mbappé, what comes next? Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham are both on 5 goals, and Gonzalo Garcia has 3. But coming off the bench, he can only do so much. Barcelona, on the other hand, have a terrifying attacking arsenal, and the most frightening part is that everyone is at their peak. This season alone, as we mentioned above, Lamine Yamal leads the attack with 20 goal contributions. Fermín López has 16. Ferran Torres has 15. Marcus Rashford has 15. Rafinha has 13. Robert Lewandowski has 10. Pedri has 8. Dani Olmo has 7. And Rooney Bargi already has 6. That is variety. That is depth. And it makes Barcelona the only team in Europe's top 5 leagues with more than 5 players who all have over 5 goal contributions. Yamal is a constant threat. Fermín comes off record-breaking Supercopa performances. Ferran simply never stops scoring. Rashford keeps delivering. And Rafinha deserves special attention. Over the last year and a half under Hansi Flick, Barcelona's number 11 has been playing at Ballon d'Or level, directly contributing to 69 goals in 73 matches, almost 1 decisive action per game. But his value goes far beyond numbers. As Barcelona clearly felt when he was injured, Rafinha is essential because he sets the tone of the press, one of Flick's deadliest weapons. Lewandowski still maintains an elite scoring average. Olmo scores when he is fit. And even Bargi, the attacker with the fewest minutes, makes the most of every opportunity with goals and assists. Everyone contributes. All of this comes down to planning, the vision of Deco and Hansi Flick. Put this into context. Barcelona paid €2.5 million for Bargi. Real Madrid paid 85 million for Endrick and 53 million for Franco Mastantuono. And we already know the outcome. Endrick left and Franco is stuck on the bench. So yes, this is why Real Madrid have a Hansi Flick problem.